Have you ever stopped to look down at your legs and wondered exactly when those veins started showing up there? Think about it with me. You didn't wake up one day and see a varicose vein appear out of nowhere. It formed slowly, over months, over years. First, it was a thin little thread, almost invisible behind the knee. You didn't pay much attention. Then another showed up, on the calf. You ran your hand over it, thought it was strange, but life kept moving. And by the time you noticed, you already had a blue-purple map running down your leg, raised veins that ache by the end of the day, swollen ankles, that heavy feeling like you've walked miles when you've barely left the house. So you went to the pharmacy. You bought a cream. You tried compression stockings. You drank some herbal tea your neighbor swore would fix it. And nothing. Let me ask you this. Have you ever actually sat down with a doctor, taken the time, and heard the real reasons why your varicose veins are getting worse? Or were you just told, it's genetic, it's part of getting older, just live with it? I've been a physician for almost 20 years, and I can tell you with full confidence, after seeing thousands of patients with this exact problem, that it's genetic and its age are the two laziest answers you can ever receive. There are real causes here, investigable, measurable, and in most cases, addressable starting today, right inside your own home. And that's exactly what I'm going to walk you through. Today, I'm taking you with me on a medical investigation. We're going to count down from the most obvious cause, the one everyone already knows about, all the way to cause number one, the most hidden one, the one that 90% of people with varicose veins have never heard about. And when you find out what it is, you'll understand why everything you've tried so far has failed, because you've been treating the symptom without ever attacking the root. Stay with me until the end, because cause number one is probably sitting in your refrigerator right now, waiting for you to open the door. But before we start the investigation, I need to be honest with you. The title of this video talks about new legs in 1 week, and I'm going to explain that properly, because my commitment to you is medical truth, not empty promises. 7 days will not undo varicose veins that took a decade to form. But in 7 days with the right changes, you can feel a real difference. Your legs feel lighter. The swelling visibly goes down. That throbbing pain at night, the kind that wakes you up at 3 in the morning rubbing your calf, it eases up. Full reversal takes months of consistency, but the relief starts quickly, and the first signs show up within a week. I see this in my office every day. So let's go together. Cause number 5, genetics. This is the champion of all excuses. Your mother had it, your grandmother had it, your aunt had it. So there you go. You inherited it. End of story. But hold on. Studies published in the Journal of Vascular Surgery show that children of parents with varicose veins have up to 3 times higher risk of developing the problem. The vein walls are born more fragile. The internal valves, those tiny one-way doors that keep blood from flowing backward down your leg, are born with a tendency to fail earlier in life. But here's the part almost nobody tells you. Genetics is predisposition, not a sentence. You can be born with the tendency and never develop severe varicose veins if you take care of the other factors. And you can be born with no family history at all and develop deep varicose veins if your daily routine destroys your veins year after year. That's why genetics is cause number 5. It's the most well-known, but it's the least important for anyone who wants to take action. Cause number 4, prolonged inactivity. And here's the detail most people seriously underestimate. Venous blood, the blood that needs to return from your legs to your heart, has to travel against gravity. It doesn't fall, it climbs. And it only climbs because the calf muscle squeezes the veins and pushes the blood upward with every step you take. Think about that. Your calf is the second heart of your body. Every step is a beat of that pump. When you spend hours sitting at a desk or standing still behind a counter, that pump shuts down. Blood pools in the legs, the veins stretch out, and the valves start to fail. Maria, 56 years old, line cook at a busy diner, born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, mother of 4, grandmother of 7. She came into my office on a Tuesday with a blue-purple discoloration running from her knee down to her ankle. She told me, almost in tears, "Doctor, I'm on my feet 8 hours a day in that kitchen. By the time I get home at night, it feels like my legs are going to explode." When I asked if she ever took a break to sit or walk during her shift, she said no. 8 hours standing, locked in one spot, only her arms moving. Her calves were paralyzed all day long. The pump was off. Before we keep going, let me ask you something. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. This channel was built to bring you serious health information, the way you deserve, without the hype. And drop me a comment below. How long have you been dealing with varicose veins? And what have you already tried to manage them? I read every comment and respond to as many as I can. Hearing your story helps me create content that's actually useful for you. Now let's keep going. Cause number 3, excess weight. And we're not talking about appearance here. We're talking about pure physics. Pressure. Every extra pound increases hydrostatic pressure inside the leg veins. Vein walls, which are naturally more fragile than artery walls, start to give under that constant pressure. Research published in the European Journal of Vascular and Endovascular Surgery followed more than 3,000 patients and showed that people with a body mass index above 30 have double the risk of developing severe varicose veins compared to people at a healthy weight. And the issue isn't just total weight, it's abdominal fat specifically. Because abdominal fat raises pressure inside the belly, and that pressure transmits down to the leg veins like a wave moving downward. Picture a garden hose. If you step on the middle of it, water pools at the end. The hose swells, leaks, deforms. Abdominal fat is the foot stepping on top of your leg veins. All that pressure goes down, and it stays there. Cause number 2. And this one surprises everybody. Chronic constipation. Yes, you heard that right. A sluggish bowel can be destroying the veins in your legs. And 90% of people have never made that connection. Let me explain. When you spend years with a slow digestive system, straining hard to go, sitting on the toilet for long stretches, you dramatically raise the pressure inside your abdomen. That pressure compresses the pelvic veins, which are exactly the ones receiving blood coming up from your legs. So the blood that should be flowing upward hits a traffic jam, and it stays pooled down there. Robert, 61 years old, retired auto mechanic from Pittsburgh, married 38 years, a die-hard fan of barbecue and cold beer. He came to my office with massive varicose veins on both legs, burning, aching, throbbing at night. When I went through his history, I discovered he had only been having a bowel movement every 3 days for the last 15 years, with a lot of straining. In his head, that was normal. In his physiology, it was a pump pressing down on his veins every single day. When we got his digestion regulated with fiber, water, and dietary changes, within 3 months the heaviness in his legs had cut in half. He told me, looking genuinely surprised, "Doc, I came in here because of my legs, and you fixed my gut," and both got better at the same time. And that's exactly it. The body is a network, not a collection of isolated parts. You can't treat one piece without affecting the others. But this still isn't the most important one. Now we get to cause number 1. And this is the one that worries me most in my daily practice. Because it's inside your house, inside your pantry, inside your routine, and you don't see any risk in it at all. Cause number 1. Chronic excess sodium from ultra-processed foods, and specifically, the imbalance between sodium and potassium in your diet. Almost nobody makes this connection. Most people with varicose veins know they should walk more, know they should lose some weight, but they have no idea that the chips in the afternoon, the frozen dinner, the deli meat at breakfast, the bottled dressing on every salad are quietly damaging their veins day after day. Excess sodium retains water. Every extra gram of sodium you consume pulls roughly 200 milliliters of fluid into your body. That fluid settles into the tissues, especially in your legs, because of gravity. The veins, which are already overworked, now have to carry an even larger volume of diluted blood. The walls stretch further, the valves sink deeper, and here's the detail nobody tells you. It isn't just table salt. The real villain is hidden sodium. Bread, sliced cheese, cold cuts, crackers, soy sauce, bouillon cubes, regular sodas, frozen meals, fast food sandwiches. All of these carry sodium in amounts you would not believe. A person who eats a deli sandwich and drinks a soda has already gone over the daily recommended limit before lunch is even over. A study published in the American Journal of Hypertension analyzed more than 16,000 people and found a direct correlation between high sodium intake and the worsening of chronic venous disease. Researchers at Harvard School of Public Health have echoed similar findings, showing that diets heavy in ultra-processed foods are associated with significantly more leg swelling at the end of the day. In plain English, that bag of chips in the afternoon may be quietly making your veins swell. And what hurts me most as a physician, after almost 20 years, isn't when patients come in with severe varicose veins. It's when they tell me, with that look of someone who feels they were let down, "Doctor, I did everything the internet told me to do. I drank the teas, I used the creams, I bought the compression stockings. But nobody ever talked to me about food." Nobody ever talked to me about food. That sentence hurts, because food is the building block of your biological house. You don't build healthy legs with a cream. You build them with what you put on your plate. And that brings us to what to do now. Let's talk about what can actually shift this picture. What you can start today, at home, without a prescription, without spending much. The first change is simple and powerful. Cut sodium aggressively and bring more potassium into your day. Bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, coconut water, beans. Potassium is the direct counterpart to sodium. It helps move excess fluid out of the tissues and back into circulation, which can ease the swelling in your legs. Think of potassium like opening the drain on a bathtub. The water that was sitting still finally has somewhere to go. The second change is proper hydration. And here's an important detail. Sip water steadily throughout the day, not all at once. 2 liters spread out helps hydrate the veins, keeps the blood flowing more easily, supports the lymphatic system in clearing fluid buildup. Water is the fuel for that second heart in your calf. The third change is active movement, even minimal. Every hour of sitting or standing still, take 2 minutes to move. Rise up onto your toes 30 times. Walk to the window and back. Roll your ankles in slow circles. That movement turns the calf pump back on and helps push pooled blood upward. The fourth change, and this one transforms the entire night, is elevating your legs for 15 to 20 minutes before bed. Not a pillow under your knees. I mean lying down and resting your legs straight up against the wall, forming an angle. Gravity works in your favor. Blood drains downward. The veins get a chance to rest. The inflammation eases. Maria, the line cook I told you about earlier, came back to my office 2 months after putting these changes into practice. She had cut the ultra-processed sodium, increased her water, started taking short breaks every hour at work, and elevated her legs every night. When she walked into the room, she said something I will never forget. "Doctor, it feels like something shifted inside me. I woke up this week and my legs weren't throbbing. It's been 10 years since I woke up like that. It is not normal to feel heavy legs every single day. It is not normal to watch varicose veins grow year after year. And you do not have to accept living that way." Let me give you a quick recap of what we covered today. 5 causes you need to investigate before you accept the classic, "It's genetic, just live with it." Genetics is predisposition, not destiny. Inactivity shuts down the calf pump. Excess weight presses down on the veins from above. Chronic constipation jams up the venous return. And cause number 1, the hidden sodium in ultra-processed foods, stretches the vein walls every single day. So what to do? Cut sodium, raise potassium, hydrate well, move every hour, elevate your legs before bed. In 1 week, you can feel a real difference. In 3 months, the change becomes visible. In a year, your legs will thank you. Your legs carry you through your entire life. Every step you've taken, every place you've been, every person you've held has been with them. They deserve care. They deserve attention. And most of all, they deserve for you to understand that what you put on your plate today shows up in your veins 5, 10 years from now. Send this video to that friend who's always complaining about swollen legs at the end of the day, to that aunt who has varicose veins and never knew why, to that uncle who eats deli meat every single day and has no idea. Share it with the people you love, because health is the one inheritance nobody can ever take away. And in the next video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 signs your legs send when varicose veins are crossing the line into deep vein thrombosis. Signs that look harmless, but actually signal a medical emergency. Signs most people mistake for a regular muscle ache and lose precious time. You will not want to miss it. Take care of your legs. They're the pump that keeps your life moving forward.